This is The Minimum Commitment, film theory in small doses. One idea, one film, one reason to pull the trigger. I'm Don Lawler, film scholar, sound obsessive, and someone who thinks the cleanest shots in cinema are usually the messiest underneath. Let's get into it. John Wick opens in silence. No gunfire, no assassins, just a man, and the weight of something missing. His wife is gone, and the last thing she left him was a dog. Not for protection, but to keep John human. Then the dog dies, and the killing begins. That's the surface, but let's dig deeper. Because if this movie was just about revenge, it wouldn't have hit so hard. It wouldn't have sparked 4 sequels and a whole cinematic universe. What makes John Wick so effective, so visceral, isn't just the action. It's the psychology. In screenwriting, we're taught to ask, what does the character want? But the better question is, what do they need? John doesn't need vengeance. He needs meaning. And that's the thing grief takes first. The dog wasn't just a pet, it was a stand-in for healing and for a life he was promised and lost. So when that's taken from him so violently, so casually, it breaks something. The rampage isn't calculated, it's instinct, an unraveling. Grief doesn't follow logic. It follows pain, and pain always finds a way out. Let's pause on a key scene. John walks down into his basement, slow, steady, carrying a sledgehammer. The music plays, not loud, but loaded, like an old western just before the guns are drawn. Every step echoes. Every breath is a decision. In another part of town, we cut to the Russian mobster, spelling out the consequences. A parallel warning. A quiet doom. In the basement, John lifts the sledgehammer. The floor breaks, the past rises. Guns, gold. A life he swore was buried. But the real moment, the one that hits, is the stoic shape that answers the phone. No joy, no thrill, just resignation. He's not claiming power, he's giving in. Not to revenge, but to identity. He isn't becoming the man they fear. He's admitting he always was. The film builds a legend around him. Baba Yaga. The one you send to kill the boogeyman. It's a ghost story whispered among killers. But what's brilliant, what makes the myth sting, is that John Wick doesn't want to be that man, and yet the world insists he must. The Russian mobster who kills the dog doesn't know who he's messing with, but more importantly, he doesn't care, because in this world, grief isn't sacred. Nothing is. There's only fear and force and survival. So John leans into the violence. not because he's strong, but because it's the only language the world will listen to. By the end, the story's arc is complete, not because John finds peace, but because he finds symmetry. He gets another dog, and another small step back toward something human. But it's not hope exactly. It's habit. A life lived in motion because stopping hurts too much. The world took everything, left him breathless, but not dead. That was the mistake. Revenge is just the surface. Grief is the engine. Violence is the echo it leaves behind. That's your thought for the day. Minimum commitment, maximum meaning. See you next time. The Minimum Commitment is produced, recorded, and edited by Don Lawler. Music by Art Against Agony.